best of your day.
On the break of dawn, 32 FM 94.9.
It's a beautiful Friday morning. Good morning to you, and thank you for joining us on another edition, the Friday edition of the Break of Dawn newspaper review. I am Olutayo Ogunade, and the station is 32 FM 94.9, your Fenya station. Good morning.
Good morning to everybody listening, and thank you very much for joining us this Friday morning. My name is Bimisola Shoyemi. I have with me Daily Post newspaper and Punch newspaper. And I'll take headlines first from Daily Post. Kaduna local government election, NSCDC promises adequate security. FCTA raids criminal hideouts in Gwarimpa. Assists or arrests 49 suspects. Plateau killings, coalition reiterates calls for removal of Ali as GOC. Arrest two clerics. Arrest of two clerics for incitement. I'll take that again. Plateau killings, coalition reiterates calls for removal of Ali as GOC. Arrest of two clerics for incitement. Police rescue abducted Benue University lecturer. Osibajo jets out of Nigeria. Police to recruit 20,000 people very soon. IGP. On COVID-19, 15 pilgrims test positive, 77 others miss flight in Delta. On insecurity, traditional rulers have great role to play in peace building, CDS. Defense headquarters is saying 15 bandits killed, 66 criminals arrested in Northwest. Senate raises alarm over imminent insolvency in SEC. And FRC vows to prosecute defaulters over Oreg Gridlock. Nigeria, UNICEF condemns abduction of 100 students in Zamfara. Says 23 escaped, 2 with bullet wounds. And police arrest 3 suspected bandits in Katsina or on Katsina governorship payroll or Katsina government payroll. Police arrests 3 suspected bandits on Katsina government payroll. NCDC chief Chike Iyekweazu appointed WHO Assistant Director General. And finally from here, herdsman in court over alleged kidnap in Ekiti State.
Well, let's see some more from Premium Times. And from there, 5 kidnapped Zamfara students escape parents. NDDC audit report submitted. 13,000 projects abandoned in Niger Delta. NDDC has 13,000 doubtful projects despite receiving 6 trillion naira allocation in 19 years. Malami. APC expels party chairman for criticizing Buhari. NYC lists measures to curb COVID-19 at orientation camps. 27.4 million Nigerians earn less than 100,000 naira yearly. That's according to reports. Court freezes convicted banker Tuche's 19 billion naira in 24 banks. Families are central to search for Africa's disappeared. 20 billion naira bailouts. Kogi government fumes. Threatens to sue EFCC for maligning Governor Bello. APC crisis. Court suspends Buni as APC caretaker chairman. Insecurity. Nigerian troops kill 6 ISWAP members. Recover arms. That's according to the army. COVID-19, 11 deaths recorded as Nigeria moves to tackle vaccine hesitancy. And one more before we go to another one. COVID-19, Nigeria to make vaccination compulsory for civil servants.
From Punch newspaper, increase in spending. Federal government's 3-year deficit hits 15.4 trillion naira amid revenue crisis. Mixed reactions trail unveiling of waterlocked 5.5 billion naira Ibadan Stadium. Super TV CEO attacks family allegation against me malicious, says Disu. Health insurance, NBA, NHIS sign MOU for lawyers. Anti-open grazing, state governors lopsided in approach, says Miyetti Allah. Naira sinks to 530 against dollar. Pound hits 720 naira. More headlines from the metro side of Punch newspaper. Peacemaker stabbed to death during scuffle in Lagos bar. Lawyer demands 10 million naira from Anambra police over roadblock. Road construction, Arepo residents accuse contractor Ogun commissioner of sabotage. And from the business side, Twitter ban remains, says NCC as Nigerians lose 220.36 billion naira. Why petrol smuggling continues by carry. And let's see some more headlines from politics. Why we suspended seconders, Rivers PDP. APC induced 12 Anambra lawmakers, commissioners with 300 million naira, APGAR alleges. Kaduna local government pool, civil defense assures Zazao Emirate of security. And one more headline from Punch. Taraba APC hails Buhari for sacking power minister.
Let's go to the Guardian newspaper. Teacher who allegedly defiled 14 pupils in Niger suspended. Buhari orders investigation of 6 trillion naira investments in NDDC. 5,890 terrorists surrendered in past 3 weeks, says military. Kidnappers free 5 of 73 Zamfara students. Why 6 Anambra lawmakers defected by Buhari group. Federal government moves to make COVID-19 vaccination mandatory for civil servants. Still from the Guardian, losses to market fires hit 41.54 billion naira. In 2 years, APC goes ahead with local government congresses despite Asaba court order. External reserves hit 2-month high as Naira plunges further. Okay, another one here from the Guardian newspaper. Eagles begin race to Qatar 2022 World Cup today against Lone Stars. Let's go to the business side and see some more. Lagos Airport to end 13 years airfield blackouts. Minister, American Council decry rise in cyber crimes in Nigeria. And federal government to deepen geophysical data with airborne survey.
All right, let's go on a break. When we return from that break, we analyze the major stories we have for today. Stay with us.
Sunshine, sunshine, yeah. You make me smile. You brighten my day. My sunshine in a bottle. In every way. No be lie, yo. You give me refresh, yo. I can't deny my sunshine drink. Oh, yeah, show me your shine. Come make it chop better life. Mommy and daddy and everybody, show me your bottle, joy. Chop better life with sunshine in a bottle with the refreshingly delicious Lipton iced tea. Available in peach and lemon flavors. Lipton iced tea. Lipton iced tea. Deliciously refreshing.
Then talk say, if you want waka fast, make only you waka. But if you want waka far, make you waka together with other people. 20 years ago, when we want start one journey so, we not con sure where the road go carry us reach. But we know say, na journey where we not feel waka alone. Now make we call on her, like small pikin they calling people. On a come answer us. No be only say na join us for the journey, on a carry the matter for our head. See what we do achieve now. Just because say, no matter what happen, we move. And when we start to move, nothing they stop us. So with a square shoulder, they waka like soldier. Anytime when we overcome any kind of wahala. We dey celebrate 20 years of this our together waka.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Pẹ̀lú star 966 easy banking o lè ṣí àkáǹtì Zenith Bank kan ra owó ìpè àti dátà fi owó ránṣẹ́ sí gbogbo ilé ìfowópamọ́ ní Nàìjíríà sanwó àwọn ohun èlò tàbí sanwó pẹ̀lú POS ṣẹ̀dá wọ́lẹ̀tì àkáǹtì kan wàá tún lè ṣe àwọn àṣàyàn iṣẹ́ kan fúnra rẹ bíi kí o yí píìnì tàbí pásíwọ̀dù rẹ padà tàbí kí o dènà àkáǹtì rẹ fúngbà díẹ̀ ná star 966 yá ó rọrùn ó sì báni lára mu ó ṣeé lò lórí fóònù èyíkéyìí nítorí pé kò nílò dátà tẹ star 966 láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí. Zenith Bank fún àǹfààní ara rẹ.
Let your kids' imaginations run wild as they blast off into a whole new world of awesome edutainment on DSTV. There's a huge selection of shows to choose from, like Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir on Disney Channel.
She's so amazing.
A Week to Beat the World on Da Vinci.
I've never seen a sport like it.
Grizzy and the Lemmings on Boomerang. And Nick Music on Nicktunes.
Can I get a drum roll?
It's your moment to get and stay connected to the wonderful world of DSTV.
Orílẹ̀-èdè Canada ó fún èèyàn tó lé ní mílíọ̀nù kan ní ìwé ọmọ onílẹ̀ láàrin ọdún 2021 sí 2023. Kò jẹ́jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí. Orílẹ̀-èdè Canada yóò fún àwọn ènìyàn tó ń lé ní mílíọ̀nù kan ní ìwé ọmọ onílẹ̀ láàrin ọdún 2021 sí 2023. Ọ̀gọ̀ọ̀rọ̀ ohun àlùmọ́nì ilẹ̀ ló sodo sí orílẹ̀-èdè Canada. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìbá díẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti ìṣàmúlò rẹ̀ láàrin ẹgbàágbèje ohun àlùmọ́nì ọ̀hún. Èyí rí bẹ́ẹ̀ látàrí ọ̀wọ́n ènìyàn tó ń bá orílẹ̀-èdè náà fínra. Bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé Canada ní orílẹ̀-èdè kejì tó ní ilẹ̀ jùlọ lágbàáyé, ṣùgbọ́n ìwọ̀nba ènìyàn ni wọ́n ń gbé ní orílẹ̀-èdè náà. Onírúurú ètò láti rìnrìn àjò sí orílẹ̀-èdè Canada ló ti wà nílẹ̀. Ìwọ náà lè lo àǹfààní ètò àti kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kó o sì máa ṣiṣẹ́. Aṣáájú agbanímọ̀ràn bí a ti ń rìnrìn àjò káàkiri àgbáyé ní Jonathan King Limited. Kàn sí wọn, wọn ó fọ̀nà hàn ọ́.
Gba fọ́ọ̀mù tiẹ̀ lónìí ní Jonathan King Limited, àjà kínní àti ìkẹfà Cocoa House Ìbàdàn, àti ní The Bronx Bookshop lẹ́bàá Saviour Cathedral níjẹ̀bú Òde. 20 oṣù kẹsàn-án 28th of September ní ìforúkọsílẹ̀ yìí ó wà sópin o.
Mayor, wetin dey happen now? You dey tell me o.
Omo, I just never enter the ginger zone. Ginger no dey at all.
Oya sit down, make you relax small. Take cocoa.
Na the ginger be that.
Give me one Coca-Cola. Yes, so make you ginger your flow.
Ginger your flow with Coca-Cola.
Give me one Coke.
32 FM
94.9.
FM 94.9. Beautiful Friday morning. It is from here. It's the third day in the month of September 2021, and it's just 6:15. My name is Olutayo Gwade. Bemishemi is here.
Good morning to everybody listening this Friday morning. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. 32FM 949 Ibadan. 32FM 949 Ibadan. You can join us on those platforms and drop your contributions. We'll get to read them later on.
Austin Domo joins us on the conversation. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, Tayo.
All right.
Good morning.
We go.
Good morning. Let's see what's going on in the dailies. This story here says, increasing spending. Federal government's 3-year deficit hits 15.4 trillion naira amid revenue crisis. Within a 3-year period covering July 2018 to June 2021, the federal government recorded a fiscal deficit of 15 trillion naira. Statistics obtained from the Budget Office of the Federation have shown a fiscal deficit, is a shortfall in the government's income compared with its spending, and the government that has a fiscal deficit is spending beyond its revenues. I think I'll just stop there because that explains everything. Austin.
Yes, it's no longer news that the federal government is currently spending more than what it earns, because, like you have rightly said, that is the literary definition. There's no ambiguity in the definition. When you run a fiscal deficit, it shows that you spend more than what you are getting. It's about 3 years period, which means that the expected revenue, projected revenue for the period under review was above 28 trillion naira. Then the federal government managed to rake in around 12 trillion. And if you look at the differential, it falls within the region of 50 trillion plus. I take about 50.4 trillion naira within this period. So we have we are used to the culture of deficit financing, especially in our budget, which I think we must do something urgently about. The implication of this simply is that the shortfall, the government had to look for money at all costs, which include borrowing and over-taxation as far as the people were concerned. We talk about increase almost in everything. Government bringing in tariff, VAT on virtually and practically on every area of our life as a citizen. It shows that the government is desperate. They are looking for money at all costs. And they are not looking at a particular area in which they can leverage on, which has to do with reduction in the cost of governance. If we look at reduction in the cost of governance, for example, of course, for the purpose of argument, some of our callers and some of our friends will say that, oh, even if the government officials stop collecting salary, the National Assembly, for example, how much can that amount to? It amounts to a lot of money. Because when we talk about cutting down the cost of governance, we are not just talking about salaries alone. We are talking about allowances. I do not think there is any Nigeria who has an issue with the salary of public or political office holder in Nigeria today. What we decry, and most of the time what we criticize, is always the allowances. There was a drama at the National Assembly yesterday. The Joint Committee on Finance, you know, they are reviewing, MDAs are coming to look at their projection after the summation of MTEF, Medium Term Expenditure Framework and Fiscal Strategy paper. That is the foundation on which any budget of the country is premised. So it spans between 2 years, maybe 2022 to 2024, for example. There was a particular agency of government, Security and Exchange Commission. I'm just bringing it out for you to see. Security and Exchange Commission. This commission has the mandate to regulate the stock market. You understand? Now this commission is bringing us run deficit financing, deficit budget for 2 years, a deficit of 9 billion. This commission is bringing a budget of 11 billion plus for 2022, and out of that 11 billion, the personnel is going for about 10 billion. You understand? So every agencies of government are now used to running deficit financing. Of course, what that means is that we have a projection that we are going to generate 2 naira, and at the end of the day we generate just 1 naira, which means we have a shortfall of 1 naira. Why can't government also look inward that this is a period to to measure our size according to the size of our clothes, not necessarily our own size? You understand? So the point I'm making really is that if revenue projection falls, government should find a way of adjusting to the reality. It is this window that we will always find a way to borrow that is driving us to this level, and the borrowing level is no longer sustainable. So we must do something urgently as far as this is concerned. An average individual who spend more than what he earns, you either become a fraudster or something is wrong with the process.
But that has become the reality of many Nigerians now, not even the government.
That has become the reality, because that is where we find ourselves as a people. So what the government is running in terms of budgeting is what we call cosmetics budgeting. There's what we call cosmetics budgeting in accounting. That is what government is simply running. You are doing it like a shadow government, where you are not bothered. Once you say you are going to spend this amount, you must spend it, even if you can't get it in terms of revenue generation. Why don't we stick to a level where whatever we get is what we'll spend? But rather than doing that, we will now go further to go and borrow, and most of this borrowing ends up in servicing consumption, because the level of borrowing, the way we talk about over 30 trillion borrowing, for example, you know, a lot of people, they do not know if this over 30 trillion over the years goes into financing of the critical infrastructure, we won't be where we are today.
So it is not as if the borrowings are strategically for, infrastructural development of the country. That isn't the case.
That is not the case. That is not the case. See, we borrow with the purpose or with the view that we are going to finance infrastructure. It's just a common sense. Go to the bank, obtain loan. You want to build house. As you are building, you are hungry. You understand? You are doing the project, you are hungry. And the issue of hunger that you must eat is almost like a natural thing. You understand? So you begin to eat first because you now have a notion that it is somebody that is alive. You understand? So that is the type of economy.
But that is misappropriation.
That is misappropriation. That is the type of economy that we are running. Don't forget, Okojo Iweala warned about this thing as far back as 2014. That if care is not taken, a time will come where government will borrow to pay salary. Is it not happening? Even at state level in the country today. So the federal government can actually sit back, work out things, work on critical areas. Let's look at the cost of governance, for example. Servicing governance is too much because if we borrow heavily, we are going to pay heavily in terms of debt servicing.
Please, how do you explain this? Nigeria's foreign reserves hit a 2-month high. Data released by Central Bank of Nigeria have shown, sadly, the naira yesterday plunged to a new low at the problem market, selling for between 525 naira per dollar and 530 to a dollar.
Yes, I think this is as a result of the new CBN policy. The policy to eliminate the BDCs, well, it's not going to be by fiat, and result is not going to be overnight. Let CBN continue to study the situation. If you look at the policy on face value, on the paper, I think it's a very good policy. Then how do we now implement? Because we have multiple exchange rates, which is doing more harm than good to the foreign exchange policy and administration in Nigeria. So it's a good one that the foreign reserve is going up, which means that CBN has reduced the level of weekly intervention in the FS market. So if we are able to do that, now we have a one-way arrangement which needs urgent area of intervention. That is, how do we rescue the naira? The free flow of naira is becoming too alarming. So let CBN develop a policy to defend the naira. Do you know what people do to this country? Even now, they will go to the bank, they will get fake travel documents, they will get this forest, they will cancel their flight. You understand? You are telling them that, oh, it's only bank that can give you, and you need to show cause. The cause is that you must show evidence that you are traveling out of the country. That will be a way to apply for either PTA or BTA, business travel allowance or personal travel allowance. These are the two windows on which you can show cause and get forest from the bank. So when you get at a reduced price, maybe 411, for example, you now go to the black market to sell for 530. So you can see what we have decided as a people to do to ourselves. This is not about federal government now. Governor has come out to say no, bank is going to be held liable and there will be sanction going forward, because if your flight is suddenly cancelled and it is traceable that you have done that intentionally, you must pay for it. Because
I like the fact, that you said this isn't the federal government here. It is just we as a people.
It is just we. You
see why we need a mindset makeover?
Average Nigerian wants to profiteer from this whole process. Of course, they want to get dollar at all costs. You have told them, if you don't have business, you don't have to go to the black market. At the new 30s. So which means that for every policy and program of the Central Bank of Nigeria, an average Nigeria is always ahead of such policy. As the policy is being brought out, they are looking for a way to circumvent the process. So this is the reality that will continue to make the naira to suffer in the face of the greenback.
All right, while we leave that aside, let's talk about this story from Punch newspaper. Why petrol smuggling continues by Kyari. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation on Thursday said that concerted efforts by the corporation and some federal agencies to tackle the challenge of smuggling of petroleum products have been hindered by existing huge price differences and pump price of petrol in Nigeria and neighboring countries. He said this during the consideration or presentation of the MTF and fiscal strategy paper yesterday. He said that with a price difference of over 100 naira per litre between what is sold in Nigeria and in countries around the nation, it was difficult to gauge the activities of petrol smugglers. He said while the corporation was working in concert with other agencies to combat the menace and had made noticeable progress, the battle was yet to be won.
Yes, I know it's a little bit difficult, but it's not entirely impossible to track smuggling, especially of petroleum products. Because if we talk about inability of the government to hand forests, this is another angle to it. Because we export crude and bring in refined products at exorbitant price, and this is a commodity that is priced by the US dollar. Now, if the product is brought into the country, this is where the government is at fault. If the product is brought into the country, why can't government track the number of containers? Because once in a while we hear government telling us that about 6 or so number of vessels have vetted in Lagos, that we have adequate petroleum products in our reserve. At times they can tell you we have 2 billion liters and so on and so forth. Now, why is it so difficult? The Nigerian customer has come out to say that we have been telling NNPC for the past years to establish their mega station around this border community, so that if they are sure of getting this at the adequate price, the level of smuggling will reduce. Suddenly, when the federal government opened the border, some of these borders that were shut during last year, the consumption rate of PMS went up from about 60 million litres per day to over 100 million litres per day. And this is what we pay subsidy on. NNPC came on board with a statistics yesterday that they've spent over $500 billion on fuel subsidy for a half year, which is a period of 6 months. So this is where we are having revenue leakages. The solution, final solution, the long run solution to all of this is that let federal government take urgent step to eliminate what they call landing costs. If you eliminate landing costs, as far as all of this is concerned, we are going to solve the problem at a glance. Landing cost elimination means that we have to pay more for the pump price, which means that other areas have to be fixed. Area of social services, intervention from the government to the people. One of the major steps is fix our refinery. Let there be increased capacity for local refining. If we are able to refine locally and substantially will meet our need, there won't be anything like a landing cost, because this landing cost is driving the government crazy, and it's also inflicting economic hardship on the people, because it is absurd for us as a nation. For example, over these years we can't even work on our refinery in such a way that we can refine or meet our local consumption, let's say 80%.
You think we don't know what to do?
We know what to do. I agree, we know what to do. I think this is just a deliberate ploy over the years by successive administration, even including this government, to continue to impoverish the people. Because what that means is that we import PMS into this country with taxpayers' money. People in Benin Republic, in Togo, they are benefiting from that almost on equal half at the detriment of the people.
Maybe that was why Femi Falana said, this smuggling of a thing has official backing.
Of course, it has official backing. Just like insecurity, for example. A former head of state once said that if insecurity persists for over 48 hours, there is official connivance, which means that those in government, they know what they are doing. So you can't eliminate that. Now, see why I agree with Femi Falana. Before now, it used to be subsidy directly to marketers. But now it is no longer the case. So NNPC has a way of paying subsidy either to itself through clean write-off. They write it off in their own book. They only come to tell us we don't know anyway. It is whatever they tell us that we know. When Mele Kyari came out to say that, we are paying over 100 billion for subsidy, we said yes, sir. When he came out to say that we are now consuming from 59.9 million liters of fuel per day, we are now consuming over 100. They didn't tell us the reason why.
We just banned the figure.
Yes, we just buy into it. No official publication. Whether the number of cars has increased, which is a possibility, including Sunday and Saturday. How do you marry that? That on the Monday, for example, fuel consumption will be the same as during the weekend, even on public holiday where people are indoor. So these are challenges. These are areas that the government need to unbundle, especially in the oil sector, and come out very transparently.
And now we are blaming smuggling.
I'm also happy that the PIA is now going to take effect. PIA can help us to solve this, and at the end of the day, it will become like a win-win situation for the government and for the people. But I think seriously that we can end smuggling if we want to do so.
All right, on Facebook, Olumide Philip says, honestly, I'm tired of this country. Hope them no go use us all to borrow money. We have some other comments here on Facebook. You can also go there, drop your own comments. 32FM 949 on Facebook. Fantastic analysis, Austin. Finance minister supposed to visit you and learn economics development system from you. Okay, this is from Bamdele Adeledo. We'll come to all the comments when we return from this commercial break. We'll also take more headlines.
Sunshine makes everything better. That's why Lipton iced tea leaves soak up hours and hours of glorious sunshine. And together with juicy fruit flavors, they go into Lipton iced tea to give you a delicious, refreshing taste. So you can chop better life with sunshine in a bottle.
Lipton iced tea. Lipton iced tea. Available in peach and lemon flavors.
Lipton iced tea.
Lipton iced tea. Deliciously refreshing.
Caro, I beg I dey come. I wan reach Stanbic IBTC Bank.
Sure. Now you wear slippers they go that kind of place.
Which far place? Stanbic IBTC Bank dey my backyard here. E shock you? That the new level so. Stanbic IBTC Bank don get agents for everywhere now. That one mean say if you don see the Stanbic IBTC at ease agents, you don see Stanbic IBTC Bank be that. You fit open wallet, account, and do all your banking transactions for we agent place.
These new levels chop better sense so. Stanbic IBTC Bank don't stand down right next to you now. Stanbic IBTC. It can be.
Many people just wonder how my toilet does to stay clean. How my toilet know they get germs. Number secret to my healthy family living. Power active clean soul. Clean soul toilet clean. No matter the day, make it just no say. Clean soul toilet clean soul. Kills 99.9.
INT'L toilet cleaner. Small change, big difference for a healthy family.
Unbelievable, but true. Canada will issue over 1.2 million permanent visas between 2021 and 2023. Canada has incredible natural resources, most especially mineral resources, but less than 15% of those massive resources have been exploited. Reason? Canada's population is very small, less than 40 million compared to USA's 350 million and China's 1.6 billion, and these are countries with smaller land area than Canada. You can also take advantage of fantastic graduate and postgraduate education in beautiful Canada and prosper. There are well over 60 immigration programs to choose from. Let Jonathan King Limited take you through the simple process and relocate to Canada with members of your family. So take advantage and obtain your own form at Jonathan King Limited, 1st and 6th floors, Cocoa House, Ibadan, CMS Bookshop, Folagbade Street, beside the Cathedral of Our Savior, Ijebu-Ode.
Registration ends 28th of September 2021.
Egbògi kan ti délẹ̀ yìí, egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe ni, ó dára fẹ̀jẹ̀ gidi gan. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o.
Ojú rẹ̀ ṣàǹjọ̀lọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ kí làṣírí ẹ wà rí.
Veneto cleanser ni.
Já mi sí ọ̀rẹ́.
Veneto cleanser egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí bádọ̀tí ara wọ̀ yá ìjà rẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n yẹbẹyẹbẹ. Inú tó ń kú tó ń dàrú gbòdògbòdò kò bára rẹ̀ èrí inú ẹ̀jẹ̀. Amọ̀nà ti dé o. Veneto cleanser egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí a fi ewé àti egbò ṣe ní ọ̀nà tìgbàlódé. NAFDAC fòǹtẹ̀lù MA1 Nigeria Limited ni wọ́n gbé Veneto cleanser jáde. A wà ní nọ́mbà 17 Ọba Akínyẹlé off Adeokun Street, Aláàfin Avenue, Olúyọ̀lé Estate, Ring Road, Ìbàdàn. Telephone 08034051533. Fún títà àti rírà, ìwọ náà darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Veneton cleanser, àmọ̀tẹ́kùn egbòogi tí ya gbogbo kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́.
Welcome to today's PTA meeting. We have a
Kemi, your baby girl just hugged me outside in her girls' brigade uniform. How have
have you kept hers for years, looking so good and smelling fresh? Abi, did you sew a new one?
New one, Ke. With the plenty money I'm already paying, I just wash it normally.
How does it smell so good?
Oh, I use the new Omo Multi-Active Plus Extra Fresh. It removes tough stains on her uniform, and its long-lasting fragrance keeps the uniform smelling fresh.
Sorry, madam. What did you say the name of that detergent is again?
It's the new Omo Extra Fresh, Joe.
Introducing the all-new Omo Multi-Active Extra Fresh with unique, long-lasting fragrance that keeps your clothes fresh even when in storage.
32 FM
94.9.
Welcome back from that commercial break, and thank you for staying tuned. 32 FM 94.9. Salih Maman, why I stayed away from home after Buhari fired me. Salih Maman, former Minister of Power, has explained his absence from his residence after he was dropped from the federal cabinet. There have been reports that the former minister landed in hospital after he received the news of his sack. Okay, just maybe something by the side there. Let's move on and take some more stories. 5,890 terrorists surrendered in past 30 weeks, says military.
Yes, the rate at which these guys now surrender is alarming. That is why we need to watch it as a government. We should not be stampeded to the fact that once they confess their sin, we have to forgive them as a country. It's only God that can forgive. And at what time? Within a period of what time? Because they have been indoctrinated for some years now. Over the years, they've been fighting this war against the state. Now, all of a sudden, they will just tell you they have now repented. Then you kickstart the process of de-radicalizing and bringing them back into the society. We must be very careful. Not as if it can't happen, but we must be very careful. Because the other time it happened, it was counterproductive. So the government should not be in a hurry to rehabilitate and reintegrate these people back into the society, because one of the issues that fuel insecurity in the country today is lack of justice. You know, when a crime is committed and people lost their life in the process, even the bereaved family, they know that their loved one cannot come back to life, but they want to see a ray of justice, element of justice. If you do justice to them, of course, some people will not take compensation from you. Some people will not take money from you. What they want is justice. That is why Femi Falana, I think 2 days ago, came on board to say that soldiers that are currently serving various jail time as a result of mutiny offenses should also be pardoned. Some of these soldiers, they lost their life. Some of their wife became widow all of a sudden. Children became fatherless. And the government is hell-bent at all costs to rehabilitate these people back into the society. Of course, it is God that forgives. We should be very careful so that at the end of the day, we will not have to deal with a bigger situation. I don't think that the idea of terrorists coming out to say that we have repented, that is enough for us to start celebrating and clapping for them. No, it can be possible, but it has to be over time. How can somebody fight for a period of maybe 5 years, for example, because this war is over a decade now, a period of 5 years, and all of a sudden you say you have repented, and within 1 week you are reintegrated back into the society.
Blood-thirsty people.
Yeah.
Who have seen so much of blood and
which means that these bandits that adopt our school children in multiple numbers today, tomorrow can also come out and say, oh, we have repented of our sin. You understand? The government must develop strategy to take them out. Let the heat be much on them. Let us show strength that we can take them out. Not a situation where we appeal to them to repent. And look at a bandit, for example, in Zamfara State, who said he has repented and he swore by the Holy Quran that if I go back to the forest again, let God take my life. And shortly after he returned back to the forest, a rival gang shot him and he died. You understand? So these are issues. Let us identify these guys. I know we know them. Let us deal with them. Let us take them out. They don't deserve to live. That's the truth.
It seems as much as we have more people surrendering, the claim by the federal government. So we have 5,000 today. We have more and more. As much as we have them surrendering, it seems they continue to produce more in the forests.
That is the issue.
So how are we even winning the war?
See, we are not really winning the war because these guys, not as if we captured them. There are two different things. The idea of Operation Safe Corridor at that time was the fact that if we bombard them and those that we have captured, we can actually bring them back rather than summarily executing them. Then we begin the process of the radicalization, which has to take a very long process. Then at the end of the day, we bring them. Look at, if it has to do with faith, for example, will you just say you have repented today and everything becomes new? It has to be over time because people have to check your life. Of course, people have to check your life to marry it, whether you are still living in the past. So the manner in which we are in a hurry about it is looking more like an agenda. You understand? So which means that every prisoner in Nigeria can be forgiven.
You're not looking at it from this perspective. The fact that Jonathan offered amnesty to the Niger Deltans, some believe, and they've equated the Niger Deltans to Boko Haram fighters. And so they feel that if you did it in the past, you should also extend some kindness to these terrorist bandits that we call kidnappers.
Is it the idea that is a problem or the way we are going about it? The idea of reintegrating radicalization and all of that? Is
I
it
think
the idea or the process?
It's more of the process, the way. Look at what Tayo just painted. And that is an average belief of a northern elite in the country today. Whatever that happened here, they want to equate it. Look at the time El-Rufai made the comment, for example, that the bandits carry out independent crime. The reason why they have not been able to take them out is because they don't have identifiable leader, despite the fact that we know specifically some of their leader and where they stay, even in the bush. The other time, Tayo, I told you of a scenario where a bandit leader came out and said, I'm only attending this peace meeting because of God. If not, I wouldn't have attended because security operatives have attempted to kill me and they cannot, and the government cannot do anything. In that particular meeting where the bandit leader was threatening, we had the GOC, we had the two commissioners of police from Katsina and Zamfara State, and the bandit leader was boasting, and yet we claim that we don't know them. It is satanic to equate the operation of the militant with the bandit or the terrorists in the north. They are two different things. That's the truth of the matter. Okay, the bandit, what are they fighting for?
These guys.
The Boko Haram, what are they fighting for?
These guys have said
the Niger Delta militant, what were they fighting for at that particular point in time? They want justice, they want equity, they want their land to be developed. That is what they are fighting for. That you take away our resources, you share our resources, and at the end of the day, we cannot farm, we cannot fish. Our land is in outright degradation. This was what they were fighting for. They were not kidnapping ordinary citizens. They were only bombing oil installation.
This is not the argument advanced by Sheikh Gumi.
This was the argument advanced by Sheikh Gumi. So and I was telling somebody yesterday that this cannot stop. The person was so bothered and disturbed about the recent Zamfara kidnapping. He said, for how long are we going to continue like this? I said, for as long as the northern leaders, political leaders and elites come to a round table discussion and come to the realization of the fact that this is an act of criminality that must be dealt with that way. You understand? Terrorism. Look at the chief law officer at the time. Equated the activity of herdsmen to spare parts dealer. Yes. So that is the way we are. How can you solve a problem when you don't even know that this is a problem? So that is the issue.
All right,
we must realize that we must deal with this issue the way it is. So the federal government can act fast and ensure that at the end of the day, we deal with these people with superior firepower. Like I said earlier, they can repent, we can absorb them, but the manner in which we are going about it, we are doing it as if we have a target that it must be done.
Well, we have this comment from Idoko Emmanuel. How will governments abandon all other sectors and focus just on the oil well? They should channel their borrowed money to technology and innovation. A lot of youths are just wasting here. I just hope that China doesn't take over our country, just like the Taliban's. He's from NTC. Thank you, Mujisola Michael. Good morning to you, Austin. You can now see clearly that masses are really enjoying your unbiased analysis on this platform so far. Almighty God bless you and your family. Thank you. Akim Adiyaye, I hate it when people continue to quote Abacha, alleging government connivance if security lasts for more than 24 hours. as if he was God and infallible. Does it mean that all insecurities in many countries of the world have the hands of their respective government? That statement cannot be right. That's from Akim Adiaye. John Olanrewaju, minister landed in hospital because he was sacked. It's not funny at all. Or honestly, it shows that they are serving their belly, not Nigeria. Ikoko Betiton. That's from John Olanrewaju. Let's engage now. The phones are live.
0705 500949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Adesu Yomolola from UI. Augustine, God will bless you. Mention anything about the bandits is not. If in other youth, if they like, let them understand what somebody like me understands. The relationship between bandits or Boko Haram and their government over there. My concern this morning is that one of the headlines says somebody, a particular party chairman who said the truth is now being expelled. We heard that 2 clerics in the north too who said the truth are now being arrested. Now I want to ask you, journalists there, it's not even up to 2 years now that the person they are protecting will leave the office. It's not everybody because you belong to AP that cannot be able to say the truth. It's not everybody. It won't be convenient for you. The people are being killed every day. You know what they say because you belong to a political party. The man said the president will take courage and hand over to his vice. Simple. That's the best of today.
All right, I'll show you. Thank you. 0906 009, I beg your pardon, 7949, 0809 7949, and 0705 5949. The Taliban leader was trained in the US, and look at Afghanistan today. Integrating them might be very dangerous. We are laying a very dangerous foundation. Good morning, Olaniyi Dari Temitope. We got your message. Good morning, 32 FM. Without mincing words, Governor Seyi Makinde fulfilled his promise concerning Adamasimba Stadium. It has won a new look, honestly, and it deserves some kudos. Okay, thank you. We got your message too. That's from Raji Afiza Bidemi. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, doctor.
Yeah, my name is Yokroma.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the insecurity in the country. The rate at which the militants or them Boko Haram are dropping their weapon and government is absorbing them. Just like Mr. Austin said, I do not want them to go into this fire brigade approach to integrate them back to the society. It's going to be very dangerous for us. The radicalization process takes time. What I expect them to do is to keep these people somewhere, then continue to persuade those that are still fighting to drop that. Let's see that the war has ended. That is the way to go. When this war has ended, then you can start the process of de-radicalization. If you bring them back, the other group will come after them, and something it will be more. It will be worse than the level we have now.
All right, thank you, Dr. Mark. Let's observe this very last break. When we return, we'll take more calls.
DSTV has your perfect TV match. If you know your flambe from your saute, we're serving up some
Yummy.
If high-octane dockies are more your speed, get in the driver's seat. Are you all about that drama? We'll bring it from the courtroom to the emergency room for a serious series dose. Because with a fresh new lineup of the best TV, no matter what you're into, DSTV has your perfect TV match. So get connected and stay connected to DSTV. This is your TV moment.
Sunshine makes the day better, meal times better, weekends better, chill times better, dates better, barbecues, beach parties, and even one bears better. Sunshine makes every bit better.
Lipton iced tea. Lipton iced tea, made from fresh tea leaves, soaked in hours of sunshine, and together with juicy fruit flavors, give you that deliciously refreshing taste. Top better life with sunshine in a bottle. Available in peach and lemon flavors. Lipton iced tea, deliciously refreshing.
lásìkò yìí nǹkan kékeré wàá ti máa gbọ́ bàbá àlàyé ẹ̀yàn fún wa ọ̀gá ẹ fún wa àmọ́ nǹkan tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni pé kí ni yóò lè kárí àti pé èèyàn mélòó ni bàbá àlàyé máa yanran fún gan-an kò ṣáà lè wá kó wá lọ wá para ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tó o bá ń wá ìfà jẹ̀ǹjẹ̀ tán tó rinlẹ̀ nígboro darapọ̀ mọ́ yellow awoof giveaway tó lékè nǹka tó bá jẹ́ oníbàárà MTN tàtẹ̀yìnwá wàá máa ṣe falala pẹ̀lú àfikún lórí àfikún ìdá 105% nígbàkúùgbà tó o bá ra ìpè ọlọ́gọ́rùn kan tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lórí MTN bẹ́tà tọ̀ tó o bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ oníbàárà tó fẹ́ràn ìfà olójoojúmọ́ *888 *pin # ló máa lò láti lè jẹ àǹfààní ìfà lọ́nà mẹ́fà tó o bá ra oníyekí
níyekíye lórí MTN Awoo for you. tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé oníbàárà tuntun nìyẹn wàá máa jẹ àfikún ìfàtí ìdálọ́nà 107 ní gbogbo ìgbà tó o bá ra ọlọ́gọ́rùn-ún kan àbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lórí MTN yànfùyànfùn. torí náà má nà gẹ̀rẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ ìfà tó móríwú ní gbogbo ibi tó o bá lọ pẹ̀lú MTN.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Babe, that girl must be using something.
Hey, Berry, what kind of something?
You to see how she's always smiling, displaying her 32.
You're cuckoo right. I know her secrets. I know what she's using. She uses it twice a day.
Tell me her secrets.
I'll give you a hint. ABZ.
ABZ?
Yes, ABZ is the secret. Close-Up contains antibacterial zinc, ABZ, which gives you 3 times more freshness and 3 times more protection. Better than your regular toothpaste. Now you know the ABZ secret.
The new Close-Up is her secret. Everybody must hear.
You can't keep a secret.
New Close-Up with antibacterial zinc. Triple the freshness, triple the protection.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́yìn ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 081 68 73 7222.
All right, you're welcome back from that break. The numbers to call are 0705 5949 or 0809 7949. Do not forget you can also drop your comments on Facebook and on YouTube 32FM 949 Ibadan.
All right, this is from Bash. Bash Abiodun. Where in this world has terrorism been completely decimated? We need to encourage them to denounce terrorism and be radicalized. By that, peace will reign in our land. Thank you. We got your message, Oduanyo Jide. The meaning of our government to celebrate some terrorists that surrender after killing, kidnap, and collecting ransom is just too simple. Anyone can do that. Do the same until the country collapses. My regard to Professor Austin, my known role model, Oduanyo Jide. Thank you. We go with that. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning. Dr. Mark calling back.
Okay.
I want to ask a question. Is it because they sacked the Minister of Power? That's why we don't have light again or something. I don't know what is happening. It's been over 5 days.
Okay.
The power has refused to come up. I just want to say something directly that government knows what to do to solve the problem of this subsidy. I have said it on this platform and several other platforms that the solution is we should put our refineries to work. If we can do that, this problem of bringing in imported and refined products will stop.
Thank you, Dr. Mark. Let's allow others also comment. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
It is disappointing that we people of Oyo State, we are celebrating something that will cause pain for us. I want to talk about the Aladam Damosiga Stadium. This is a time when people are suffering price of commodities that are rocketing. When the governor became the governor, Garis was 100 naira.
Hello, good morning. Hello. 0097,000 949 0705 500949. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello? Yeah, I was saying that when the governor became the governor, the Gary was 100 naira, and now it's now 600 naira. And we think what we need now is stadium.
Hello, caller.
Agriculture. What is wrong with us?
Hello, caller.
We are spending 5 billion naira.
Would even take any story on the stadium. that has been trashed. All right. Yesterday by, Gbemi and Austin, Gbemi and Dele Adinaju. All right, let's focus on some other things here. Let's take this comment here from, okay, this is from John. Okay, I think I took that from John Olanraj already. Let's take this call here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I want to ask a question.
Good.
The price of fuel that is leading to increase in many in Nigeria, is it not that cause it? That's the best of this. I don't know how some people need to talk sometimes.
Thank you, Adeshi. 009-7000-949. We have 30 minutes to exit the studio for the next program. Okay, Austin.
Yes, we must address the issue of insecurity and the government overspending. That is not sustainable, and economically it is unproductive too. Somebody talked about the reference to late General Sani Abacha. Whether we like it or not, he was a head of state of the country. He has his own part. Whatever that may have happened, that's the truth. But the Nigerian situation is that for every act of insecurity, there is always an official connivance. It might not be directly, but through comment and what have you. So the Nigerian situation suggests the peculiarity that is actually the truth, because leaders know what to do. They deliberately refuse to do it, which means they know what is happening. They are involved. They know it.
The political will is not there.
Yes.
All right. I think it's time for us to step out of the studio. Thank you very much, Austin.
Thank you.
And thanks to all those who sent in their comments on Facebook. Thank you very much for joining us. Join us again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. My name is Gbemisola Shoyemi.
Thanks for all who dropped comments on Facebook and on YouTube. And for the calls too. We do appreciate you. I am Olutayo Gnade. Thank God it's a beautiful Friday. Let's have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.